services is that they don't listen. They don't stop to listen. It's only what they want to hear. They're going to keep interrupting me because they know I'm literally trying to turn them into themselves. They want to have me sent to their supervisors. Their supervisors are more likely to threaten, harass, or intimidate me and talk over me and bully me. Take advantage of my communication disabilities. Take advantage of me not having a place to do this. Take advantage of the fact that he's got a home to go to. Or she. They get to see their families. And Jaden, I just saw him walk into the laundromat. He's probably going to talk to Chris, which I'm fine with. Chris will probably be pissed off and he'll probably want to retaliate, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the fact that I just gotta take it. I gotta take any abuse that comes my way until somebody actually gives a shit to fucking step up. I filled out the paperwork for housing. I filled it out over and over again. Have you filled out the paperwork for housing? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Because instead of listening to me about the housing and listening to me about my experiences, all of these places want to dictate the conversation to be what they want to hear. And that's never acceptable. And they're less likely to do that if you have a friend or family member who cares. The moment somebody starts playing victim, I try to get the hell away from them, but I can't just keep getting away from everybody who plays victim. Everybody blows me off. I don't get to explain what's going on because everybody's got a fucking story to tell and a fucking scary tale to fucking try to intimidate me out of turning in any of these places. They won't fucking turn in those stories to the police or the media, will they? I will. So, of course, I gotta call APS. Because I do have to be afraid. I've spent all of my money running to all these services. All of it. I've spent all of my money trying to make fucking drug addicts out here on the street happy so that hopefully they won't victimize me. It doesn't make any difference. There's plenty of people here I like, but they're all cowards. If you don't do exactly what they want, when you want, you're in a subservient position. As an autistic person, that's the scariest position to be in. Because I can't communicate. I have to be afraid. I have to be afraid that I'll be talked over again, that I'll be disrespected, that I'll be sent to a supervisor when I'm trying to turn in all of this stuff. I'm trying to turn in to Adult Protective Services. They need to all do their jobs now, not keep on changing the rules on me. As soon as somebody starts playing victim, I know that they can play on the mentally ill tag in local law enforcement, because local law enforcement ain't going to listen to me. They don't fucking like me, and I don't fucking like them for good reason.
You have reached Oregon's Abuse Reporting Safe Line for children and adults. Para escuchar este mensaje en español, oprima el 8. If this is an emergency requiring immediate attention, hang up and dial 911. If you're
I'll get arrested if I call
abuse of a
911.
child or for other child welfare information, press 1. If you're calling to report abuse or neglect for an adult, or for other adult-related matters, press 2. If you are calling to report abuse of an adult residing in a stabilization and crisis unit home or the Oregon State Hospital, press 1. If the adult is over the age of 65 or has a physical disability, press 2. If the adult has enter the Oregon zip code where the adult resides. If you do not have that information, please enter your Oregon zip code so that we route your call to the local resource who can help you.
I don't know. It's probably on one of these letters.
You've reached Jeff Linneman of the Office of Training, Investigations, and Safety and the Oregon Safe Line. If this is an emergency, hang up and dial 911. If you have reached this recording, I am either away from or on another line. Please leave a message and I will call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, Jeff. I keep getting phone number after phone number sending me all over the place. People are taking advantage of my disabilities, and that includes every service here. I have a communication disability, and instead of people listening and understanding how fragile it is having such a complicated situation, I need them to understand I've been through this all for 6 years. I know what questions they're going to ask. I know what questions need to be answered. I need them to listen without interruption. Sir, I've called every line that there is, every safe line, every 988 line. I've called everybody there is to call, and I keep getting lied to about what the laws are, run around in circles and taken a complete and total advantage of. And then I get talked over. As soon as they know that I have a communication disability, it's the talking over me or talking down to me, disrespecting me. Sir, I'm being sent to the agencies that took advantage of me, to turn in the agencies that have taken advantage of me, like Northwest Center for Disability, or for Elderly and Disabled. They need to stop sending me to that. Or Northwest Senior and Disabilities. The 503-842-2770 number. I have called it over and over again because all you guys ever do is send me around in circles. This is all taking advantage of an at-risk adult. I literally can't take care of myself. I am victimized often. I have to worry every single day because all people want to do is come up and tell me about all of their problems and then leave. I try to tell them about mine, about how I need help, about how I'm disabled and I've been forced into homelessness because no mandated reporter will do their job, and I'm forced to turn them into their supervisors instead of people doing their mandated reporter job. I get sent to them and they act as if I'm just there for therapy. No, I'm there for a caseworker over abuse. I'm there because they're supposed to be mandated reporters. They're supposed to understand disabilities instead of take advantage of the disabled. You don't stop to consider that I am a human being, that I'm trying to get help. I'm not trying to listen to all your fucking horror stories. I don't need you to be trying to convince me into not turning in the crimes against me. I know how bad the cops are. It's because you guys are too big of cowards to do anything about it. I just have to believe anybody who fucking tells me they're gonna help. Because these places send me around in circles. They need to stop sending me around in circles to the places that I'm trying to fucking turn in. It's fucking 6 goddamn years of this. Nobody is following the laws as far as the disabled go. None of them. I'm literally sent to my predators, to these places that take advantage of the at-risk and disabled adults on the street because they keep getting money for it. If they actually fix the problem, they don't get any money for it. I gotta be afraid of Jaden, so I'm just gonna make sure that he doesn't try to retaliate against me. As long as he goes the other way, and he is. I don't want any complications from him. I didn't want any complications from any of these people. For 6 months, I've been trying to get my words heard. And for 6 months, we've only heard theirs. When I go into those offices, I'm repeatedly interrupted for them to lie to me about what the law says. Then for them to repeatedly break their training by talking over the victim. By telling the victim what's important and what isn't. No, you have no idea what's important because you were not there for any of it. You need to listen to the victim. When the victim tells you that you're doing something that is hurtful to them, you need to stop. You need to stop. If I have to block you on Facebook, and then I have to unblock you on Facebook to beg you to fucking stop, and to ask your friends to fucking stop, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I just wanted you to stop. You keep telling me that I have to move. I fucking can't. I can't afford all this. Just one phone call after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. The town of Tillamook is on my Facebook and my YouTube for a reason. All of you are on my Facebook and YouTube for a reason. You make me run around in circles. You make me run around in circles. All of these places that I've gone to are supposed to assist victims with this. They're supposed to accommodate people's disabilities, not take advantage of them. This is not fucking okay. Nobody to fucking call. Right now, I want to make sure that I stay in my car so that nobody tries pretending like I'm doing something mean or rude or inconsiderate to them. Nobody tries pretending like I'm threatening to kill them or some crazy shit like that. All of you are cowards. And I think I should have just enough to get something to drink so I can wash the nasty flavor out of my mouth. They're supposed to help the victim, not start arguments with them. They're supposed to listen to the victim, not talk over them. See, every one of these people, instead of talking about themselves nonstop, every one of them, from Grocery Outlet, which is where Jaden just was, the laundromat where Jaden just was, might even go over to Fred Meyer's, might even go to McDonald's, might go over to the Starbucks and the Burger King. Yeah, tell everybody I recorded them. I already tell people I record everything. That's the problem, you guys don't believe me. And then you're pissed off when you find out it's true. Don't be a coward. Don't pretend to care about somebody, either you do or you don't. If you're gonna let people get the runaround like this, you're fucked up. Anyway, I don't feel comfortable with him being around, so I'm actually going to relocate. I'm going to go get something to drink because I'm hacking up nasty because I'm just smoking cigarettes, and all this other stuff I have in here to drink is piss. It's not a joke. Sometimes I can't get out of my car to go to the bathroom. You ignore me until I have a panic attack. And then you fucking talk over me and treat me like I'm a piece of shit because I can't take care of myself. You tell me to do a bunch of things that do no fucking good if I have to do it by myself, and you don't give a shit. Even now, with the ability to record it, I still gotta deal with you fucking useless shits. Tell me to move elsewhere. You abuse me into moving somewhere else. You neglect me into moving somewhere else. I never get to establish friends. I don't. And a lot of people here, they want to talk about being friends. No. You're not friends. You don't give a fuck about me. If you don't give a fuck about me and everything is about talking about you, then you don't give a fuck about me. I don't want to be anywhere near you. I'm going to be nice and I'm going to be civil in person. But that's the only place I will be nice and civil. Which is what makes y'all lucky. But then again, y'all can't handle the embarrassment of being on the internet, can you? You don't like it. It bugs you. Lucky for me, I don't get embarrassed, or I would have quit a long time ago. There's only one way to quit something like this. It's to stop breathing. Believe me, I've tried that. It doesn't work. Also, there's a gentleman who works here at the Conoco station who looks exactly like somebody I saw on a wanted poster 2 days ago. He just started a couple days ago, though. people tried blaming me for family violence. My friend Chris CBD over the housing in Colorado. Tried to blame me for her death. It was an article posted back in 2020. They tried blaming me for her death. No, I'm just having to. Yeah, sure. It's okay.
I've been talked over by the really liver in my life. I'd like to do that.
You need to put me somewhere. There's a lot of people here who are mad at me because I recorded. But I tell everyone I record, and there's a reason for that. I don't like people getting hurt. I don't like getting hurt. You know, with that girl that was being choked up by the church, I should have been able to turn that in, but I didn't get to because, you know, I have to find a human being and I'm not a human being. You know, that's why what it says on the picture, it says I'm not supposed to do it alone, I'm supposed to do it with friends and family. And I have an person that's supposed to do it with friends and family.
Crazy that that's the situation.
Well, here's the thing, they want to use the mentally ill thing. And that means you have to have somebody who knows you're not schizophrenic, go in there and claim you're not schizophrenic. When he talks about how screwed up the system is here, he is telling the truth. People who have personal experience with that are great, but everybody's afraid, and I understand why.
Even if everything you say makes sense, I'm willing to listen to you because of that.
Right, they're going to talk over me, which is taking advantage of my disability. And that's why I have all this footage, though. It's like I rent all these places. I record them, change the law every place, but I can't turn it in without someone calling and saying, yeah, he does have the evidence. He does record, he does have. But people end up telling me their stories, they don't understand it. I'm trying to plead for help. And Scott said he'd try to go in with me, but he wasn't able to. He had somebody quit. There's a lot of people that said that they would go in with me because they ain't afraid of nobody. I have. They take advantage of us too. That's one of the places I got to turn in. They're all of the places I'm being sent to. They're all committing Medicare and Medicaid fraud. They're wanting to push just housing. They're wanting to ignore the abuse. I literally have been around for 6 months running through all of their hoops. All of my money per month goes literally to just jumping through their hoops.
Yeah.
If I don't jump through their hoops, they send me to a mental hospital. Meanwhile, I can't afford to spend all the money they're having me spend. It's supposed to be their job and their resources expended on it.
Right.
Instead, they're going to wait until I have another mental breakdown. Here's the thing, because this is a business. I know that if I am walking out that door and I have a mental breakdown and I curl up in a fetal position and I start rocking back and forth with my wrists like this, I know that somebody's going to call the cops. It doesn't matter who it is. They'll call the cops. I'll get taken to the hospital. I'll get treated like I'm a druggie and I'll get thrown right back on the street. I don't do drugs. I wouldn't even smoke pot if it wasn't for the fact that it's kind of mandatory here if you want people to listen. It's stupid.
What they do whenever I go in the doctor's office.
It's because you're bored. And that's the thing, the newspaper guy here, all these people would go in with me and talk to her. His name is Will Chapman. He's the editor of the newspaper here. People would go in with me and explain to him their stories, that it's not just for us broke people. We don't have any rights, and we all have experience with it. But
Scott should be back too. He's sick right now. I know he's sick like the last few days here,
you know,
but I think he started a new medication or something. I don't know if he's got a flu or if he's just something new, something pill or something. I don't know if he's called.
I got so many physical issues. I'd like to take sick days from being homeless. Literally everything that I have, all the conditions I live in, these are the exact conditions that my doctors say to stay away from.
Right, exactly, yeah, don't do it, it's like, I have no choice, this is how
Right.
it is.
These are exactly the conditions the cops tell me to stay away from. I'm like, but you're sending me to the places where those people are.
Right.
You tell me to go to a church. The churchyard is run like a prison yard, and they beat on disabled women who are being. The crimes that were committed against Jamie in the Dalles, Oregon, just while I was there. I was lucky that I was able to document one part. But, I mean, there was a lot of times where I didn't. Thank you, Keith. Oh, also, I was going to tell you, there's a missing persons poster. I looked through them off on the internet. You guys get tired because.
But that's good though. Right, that's good though. Yeah, somebody needs to. Yeah.
I want to make sure before I go make a wild accusation.
Right, yeah, that's, I know for a fact that's, I've known him for years.
All right,
I
good.
wish he was, we could send it back over there.
He smiled at me earlier. I wasn't sure if I should smile back or how he'd take it. And I went, you know what, she looks exactly like, I better ask because I don't want to go like destroying somebody's life. I better ask.
Yeah, so it's a radio coming.
You know what's really screwed up about that? If you said that, I'll probably get along with it.
I hope so.
Oh, shit. Moral of the story. So I don't have the luxury of a lot of things. The things I do have a luxury of, you don't stop to understand what it costs to keep and maintain, to jump through all these hoops. We get abused for turning in our abusers. To turn in the crimes, we got to go week by week. I shouldn't have to go public. Going public puts me at risk. But not going public means I'm not trying. Because even though I know I'm going to have communication issues and my words aren't going to come together right, and I'm going to have to try to not say certain things on YouTube or Facebook. I should be aggressive. I should be angry. I have every right to be. All these folks telling me how they know how bad it is. You for real? Because if you're for real, we should be working together. Instead of just talking to each other like it's an AA group. You know why I only ever went to one AA group? Because it was pathetic. It was a bunch of people whining about themselves and not doing shit about it. Fuck that. I'm not one of those. I'm not just going to make excuse after excuse after excuse to look the other way. Although I might pretend to if you're being a big enough dick. I don't want to have to record everywhere I go. But you don't understand what it's like to be in a state of panic like this and to be talked over when you're in a state of crisis. That's the worst thing you can do. You make it worse every time you talk over them. And you notice how I try to keep it calm. And I try to save my bitching for YouTube and Facebook if they won't hear me in person. I'll be passive aggressive about it by getting on the internet right the fuck in front of them. Complaining right in front of them. I don't want to have any problems with Jaden, so if I see Jaden, I move. You know how expensive it is to try to get yourself established in an area? Real expensive. Can't be done on my disability money. Allowing victimization in other places has resulted in a lot of harm. I gotta hopefully head back over to the Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot. It's nobody's job to do their job. Nobody's job to do their job. Now, I already been warned about being out here too long, which I knew would happen. That's the problem, is that the more these people procrastinate, they don't stop to look. Well, they already know. They know how it is. They don't shut up to listen, though. They don't shut up to find out how it affects us. If they don't allow us to say the things that were done to us, and then want to continue to talk over us, frustrating us, they want to work together with our predators. Like, hey, you know what? I'm trying to turn those people in, and I'm trying to show you evidence of what's going on with them, and you're going out of your way to coordinate with them and try to send me back to them. What the hell's wrong with you? Now, I understand people are mad at me. I even understand why. Because you neurotypicals get embarrassed and you lie. On the bright side, I'm not like that. Y'all already know I'm willing to go to prison to protect children. You know I'm willing to go to jail to protect children. You know I've been to prison to protect children and at-risk adults. You know the charges were dropped and they had to release me from prison. That's right, people, from prison. I was illegally prevented from turning in my predators. This is gonna sound really messed up, but I am glad you're not a missing person. I had to go and ask, and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't like, all right, so they might have hired some stupid from the East Coast who's a lost and missing person who's an at-risk adult, and what the hell is he doing here in Oregon? It's probably not him, so I better ask. Oh. Someone calling themselves Chrissy Lynn type, so you were the guy that stalked Natalie but didn't do it. I didn't stalk Natalie. Natalie and her druggy friends and family stalked me. I was trying to get help stopping abuse. The profile on my picture, or the profile picture on my Facebook profile, that's the same one I had when Natalie disappeared. I've always fought for women and children, but I've fought for the rights of the disabled and the homeless as well, and people just don't care about them. Case in point, MMIP, Missing and Murdered Indigenous Peoples. They had to change their name to Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women because when you say people, nobody cares. When you say women, that's a trigger for our ears. When we hear women or children, we're supposed to care. Chrissy Lynn typed, so why did you drive across the country to see her? Well, she was suicidal. She called me up and told me if I wasn't already on the way, she was going to kill herself. I told her I wasn't already on the way. I didn't have the money, and so she did, in fact, try to kill herself. But she wasn't the only person I went to see. I went to see Brett Roloff, a.k.a. Moose. In one of the videos here, it's called, I came here for help, not to see my friend OD. And in that one, he hates me now because that video's up. But those are the kind of environments that I've been stuck in. Those are the kind of people that helped me. He was too fucked up on meth to help himself. It was scary. But also there's conversations with him where he verifies he was one of the people I was going to visit in Virginia in 2016. He was in North Carolina, but he was in jail. Chrissy Lynn typed, any proof of that? Yeah! I've been posting up proof for 6 years. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. None of my friends cared. There's a lot of people who claim to care that, you know, if they could get past their questions part and actually look at the evidence that I keep sending them, telling me, oh, I'm gonna this and I'm gonna that, and then of course, you know, I need help now. I don't need help in 3 weeks when you finally text me back, when you promise me you'll text me back tomorrow. There's a lot of people I'm angry at specifically because of that. I've also got a lot of paperwork that backs it up, a lot of screenshots. A lot of the people that are angry with me, if you type in the word Sarah Bacon, SARAHBACON, on my YouTube channel, there's a few of them videos that are me just bitching about Sarah Bacon, and there's some of them where it's Sarah Bacon. She's drunk and she's talking about her her family being threatened. She's talking about the local law enforcement there in Arizona. These people are all over the place that offered to help. And yeah, I got proof in their own words. Conversations with those very people. It's that they didn't come forward. They didn't try. They wanted to pretend that because I was intelligent, that meant that my disabilities didn't exist and I could magically do it myself. Many of them, they pretended that because I'm a heterosexual, that people would listen to me or they wouldn't listen to them because they're homosexuals. And then I get to deal with a lot of heterosexuals who their excuse is that I'm a homosexual. Like, man, you guys can't even decide on the color of crap. Now you guys are deciding on my sexual orientation and then using that sexual orientation as an excuse to look the other way because I'm not you. Here's a big secret. I'm not a heterosexual or a homosexual. I'm a non-sexual. I'm not interested. Snot is gross. Mucus is gross. Anyway, Chrissy Lynn is asking questions, so they're good questions. So I don't mind answering them. It's not trolling questions so far. So far, it's just accusations that are easily disproven by actual evidence. The problem is that these predators wanted to use the term mentally ill to deprive me of all of my rights as a human being. But then I'm magically not mentally ill when it comes to giving me any access to any sort of services. I've got evidence since I got here in Oregon of all sorts of stuff too. Being sent to all these places and say it's not their job, not their job, not their job. They play word games and try to friggin' head trick you, but the thing is, when you've grown up in the system, you know all their tricks. And here, how many recordings do I have since I got to Tillamook, not just of the crimes committed against me and others here, but also people's excuses for not going in, for not coming forward. They always want to talk about their experiences and how bad the cops are and how they'll just run around you in circles. And then they want to send me to the exact places that they're telling me they ran them in circles. They're like, they're supposed to help you. Well, yeah, I know they're supposed to, but they're not gonna unless we work together. Now, I had to turn around to go see a woman named Jamie Curtis in South Dakota. No, not the famous actress. This is a girl from Chapel High School I went to school with. I used to work for her grandma. We cleaned a place called Cabela's. They had a corporate offices in Sidney, Nebraska. But Cabela's actually started off in Chapel, Nebraska. Natalie Bollinger and I were friends, but we weren't friends until she turned 18. The messages between her and her sister, between her and I, and the messages between her sister and I show that. They show that I wouldn't let them be friends with me until they were 18. I tried to run them off so they weren't down there hanging out with a bunch of juggalo fucking heroin dealers. Yeah, I got proof of that in these people's words. That's why they're so pissed. Not only is it in these people's words, it's on fucking YouTube and Facebook. No, they're not happy about it. No, they're not fucking happy about it. There's also the screenshots between myself and Mahalia Jean-Pierre. She's one of the people that I was going there to see as well. Then there's a guy, he went by Sage Wayward Rages, and he actually sent me a birthday present to Natalie and Alicia's house. See, that's the thing, is that my predators went through and picked out just the little bits and pieces that they could use to try to pretend I'm a horrible monster. They leave out every single part that shows I was telling the truth. Every part that shows that I was misled and lied to. So yeah, Chrissy Lynn, there's lots of evidence. There's evidence right here on this YouTube channel. There's another one called A Conversation with a Witness Named George, and that's with George Helmstetter, and he's a witness to one of the assaults in Boulder County Jail, and he speaks about that as well, and also about how I got between him and another dude in court because he was going to beat the shit out of the guy. Yeah, I'll fucking take a beating, no problem, even from somebody I know. George Helmstetter admits to being a drug dealer. He also admits that I don't touch the shit. Then there's Christine Buhit. She was a friend who was a heroin addict, somebody that I'd helped out quite a bit. There's conversations with her on my YouTube channel as well. She's dead now. There's also conversations with Rand Ingersoll on my YouTube as well. She's dead now. You want proof of that? You want proof that they're dead? Look them up. When Christine Buhit died, people accused me of killing her. She died of a fentanyl overdose. When Natalie Bollinger died, she died of a gunshot wound to the head. Just so you know, Chrissy Lynn, there's also evidence on my YouTube channel that I bought illegal gun parts. They're not illegal unassembled, but when you put them all together, it's illegal. I was also forced to build an illegal firearm. Bet you didn't know that. That's the thing, if you watch my channel, just recently, I've been posting up about it, and the people who know where it's at. Trying to get it safe, trying to get that firearm safely away from anybody at all who could possibly use it to hurt someone else. Right now, the guy who could possibly have access to it is a meth addict. He's got severe mental problems. He hates Jennifer Richmond off and on. He also hates his stepdad, who is a fake preacher at a church in Chapel, Nebraska. His name is Rod Wright. So yeah, there's lots of proof. Oh, I'm scrolling down. It wouldn't let me scroll down earlier, so let's read what she's typing. Let's see. We'll screenshot that. She typed, "Weren't you just calling her a druggy whore?" No, I didn't call her a druggy whore. I called her a druggy whore. You didn't know that she had a lethal amount of heroin in her system when she died? You didn't know she was a heroin addict long before that? You didn't know she sliced herself to ribbons because her daddy and her uncle couldn't keep their nasty cock beaters to themselves? You didn't know she was also strung out on methamphetamines? That's because you didn't know her. You believe whatever you're told. Chrissy Lynn types, "Yeah, you're lying, quit the poor me stuff." And see that right there. You don't care. You're just here to harass an innocent man and to be a dickhead. But you're easy to get rid of, Chrissy Lynn. All I gotta do is click on it, hide user on this channel, blam, you're gone. You see how easy that was? I can't do that in real life. You pieces of shit.